Good morning.
Good morning. Please sit down. Mr. Jayant Garg.
Thank you.
Please sit down. So you're already in the Railway Management Service.
Yes, sir.
So where are you working?
Sir, currently I am on training. I have recently completed my foundation course and yet to join railway trainings.
Completed your foundation course where?
So I completed my foundation course as Nasin Palasamundram.
Okay. So how many zones are there in the railways?
Sir, currently railway has 18 zones.
Tell me one major contribution that railways has made for the country.
So railway is the biggest social entity. So it transport almost more than 1.5 crore individuals on the daily basis. And sir, also it is the cheapest mode of transport which even the poor can afford.
Very good. So why do you think they merged the railway budget with the central budget, union budget, and now they made it into one budget? What was the rationale behind it?
Sir, in the initial period, the railway budget was separated because the railway was a major entity.
No, initial नहीं, मतलब काफी साल तक it was always separate. Why did it was merged only after the government took over in 2014?
So what was the reason?
Sir, to increase the first of all the rationale for merging the railway budget was, sir, to increase the capital expenditure or the budgetary support for the railways. Earlier it used to be a separate budget, but now the finance of the railway or the capital budgeting of the railway has been increased to exponential level. Since 2019, the railway expenditure has increased, capital expenditure on railway has increased more than 5 times. So that was the biggest rationale. And also in the earlier time when the budget was separate, it was used as a political measure such as the announcement of various trains or the new routes. Now instead of that, so railway budget has been increased so that there is no political pressure.
Now what was the contribution of Punjab during the freedom struggle?
So Punjabis laid down their life for the freedom of the country.
People from all over the country laid down their lives.
So it was the Punjab faced the brunt of partition, and also the various freedom fighters such as Sardar Bhagat Singh was from Punjab, and also sir the various revolutions such as the Khalistani movement.
Something happened in Punjab which was a turning point in our Indian freedom struggle. Something happened only in Punjab.
Sir, Jallianwala Bagh.
That was the point. The turning point for Indian freedom struggle was Jallianwala Bagh. So that way Punjab's contribution to the Indian freedom movement was very special.
Yes. Yes. And Jayant, when is your interview?
Sir, date hasn't announced.
Not enough. What is this PLW Patiala in your post office? PLW is what?
Patiala Locomotive Works, sir. It is a workshop of Indian Railway where the manufacturing of the diesel and electric locomotives happens.
Earlier it was DCW, say?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, IRMS, you have joined last year.
Yes, sir.
And earlier it was Indian Railway Traffic Service.
Yes.
Now you write IRMS traffic. So why is this IRMS created? Yes. And is it serving any purpose if you have to separate traffic and personnel and accounts?
So it was created based on Vivek Dobroy committee reports. So aim of the creating a IRMS was to decellularization, because earlier the decision making was slow because Indian Railway was divided between 8 services, and also there was a conflict among the services. So the IRMS was created with the vision to fast track the decision making and make the administrative service unison, so that the personnel who join in the IRMS can work in various services across the Indian Railway. But sir, it was a strategic decision. However, the shortage of engineer services and the lack of technical personnels made the government divide the IRMS into further, and also the bifurcation into other engineering service.
See, I am talking only about IRMS,
Yes.
non-technical.
Yes.
Now, earlier you had traffic,
Yes, sir.
accounts and personnel. Even now you have
Yes, sir.
only M has been added.
Yes, sir.
So is it serving any purpose?
Sir, although it was taken with the purpose that those who would join IRMS would be able to work in traffic, accounts and the personnel, but later it was realized that it requires specialization to work in various traffic, accounts and personnel. So sir, after that it was again divided.
Okay. Now you are from Punjab. Yes. You tell us about what is Panch Pyara.
So Panch Pyaras was the basically it was the initiation of an institution by the 10th Guru Gobind Singh Ji. So the 5 followers of the Guru Gobind Singh Ji were selected in an event so that they can take over the formation of Sir Akal Takht. Khalsa Takht.
Khalsa?
Khalsa, sir. So they were termed as the Khalsa, the pure one. So they were given the Amrit, 5-1. So they were the termed as the followers. So they have to build a Jatha after that.
Can you tell these Panch Pyaras belong to which states? Original Panch Pyaras?
Not.
You're not? No book.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
But
Any one of them?
any one state?
Sorry, sir. I'm not aware of that.
As far as Odisha. Just read about this.
Yes, sir.
So this Khalsa you mentioned,
Yes.
it was created for purity.
Yes.
In this. Okay. Now farmers' education,
Yes.
it happened and outside Delhi the farmers came.
Yes.
That I'd say education, farmers' education one.
Yes.
Punjab, Haryana, UP, every university. Second time, it was only the Punjab farmers who were educated.
Yes.
What? All other states farmers, their problems have been solved or what?
So although all the state farmers were agitated against the 3 farm laws and there were demonstrations in other states, but sir, in the Punjab the special was that agriculture is a very emotive issue where the farmers are very emotional about their land and agriculture, and also sir there was a misinformation also being spread against the farm laws due to the lack of streamlined communication in Punjab. So that's why there was a huge agitation and the farmers protest in Punjab.
And what about the drugs problem in Punjab? Is it on the decline or is it on the rise?
So although the crackdown or the various measures has been taken in Punjab for the drugs, but sir, yet the problem has not been addressed at the substantive level, and it is still continuing at the same level, I say.
So, what needs to be done in your view to tackle the drug problem in Punjab?
So to tackle I think drugs, there is a need to work on multi-pronged strategy where demand and supply side both need to be tackled at the same time. For the demand side, first of all, the youth energy need to be channelized toward the more productive activities such as generation of employment and the sports. And for the supply side, sir, there is a need to better border management and also the law and order improvement so that the drug peddlers or the cartels which are operating to provide drugs can be curtailed.
Okay. Now you have also worked in Haryana Roadways.
Yes.
So what are the problems being faced by the state roadways in different states?
So as per various reports, most of the roadways in our country are facing mounting losses. Sir, even in the Haryana, there was more than 1,000 crore of loss on the per annum basis. Sir, the basic reason is first of all subsidized transportation, and also sir, there is a need to invest in the amenities, which is not being done due to lack of funding.
Thank you.
Jayant, from job profile I can make out that you were working as an assistant manager initially in Oyo Hotels, and then after you shifted into Bharti Airtel.
Yes.
So this is an increase of pay, say 1,12,000 to 1,57,000, but then you jumped into a job which is drawing only 63,000. Must have been a very difficult decision for you.
Yes. So although remuneration was an important consideration, but sir, considering my both parents was in the government sector, so always I had a urge to work in the government sector where I can get a more opportunity to work and also a better reputation and the pride. So that's why sir, I was trying for a civil service position.
Okay, but thereafter you shifted from say this government job to deputy manager in Blink Commerce Private Limited, and that was drawing you a salary of 2 lakhs.
Yes.
Again, it must have been a very difficult decision for you to jump into 56,000 rupees railway.
So reason for joining the private sector, because the Haryana transport was a field job where I was not getting time to study for my civil services exam, and so I had to take a decision. After my prelims, I resigned from the Haryana civil roadways, and I joined for the temporary measure into private sector, so that I can prepare my civil service.
Okay. Now that you are in railways,
Yes.
you are willing to leave railways for Delhi and Daman Nicobar civil service, Daniks and Dani police. Again, it's a very difficult decision. How is it so?
So it is also a civil services position, and the more reason for choosing the Danips and Danics is because it is more people oriented. I think it offers a wider horizon to work, and also work in various departments, and directly contributing to people welfare. That's why I kept it as my option.
Okay. What is the difference between Rashtrageet and Rashtragan? This has been in the news of late. What is the difference between the two?
Sorry, sir, I am not aware about that.
Okay, thank you.
पूछेंगे?
Jayant, you have mentioned regarding the farm issue. Tell me, what was the response of the government of Punjab in this context? Is it favorable in context to, or is it aligned with the Punjab farmers of Punjab, or it was aligned with the legislators? How you see it?
Sir, the Punjab government is also also favors the reforms in the agriculture sector. Although the Punjab government was not in the favor of the 3 farm laws initially, but sir, the various reforms has been taken considering the issues which the farmers are facing, such as water scarcity and also the decreasing remuneration for farmers. For that, sir, first of all, the diversification of agriculture has been initiated, such as the incentives are being provided to farmers moving away from paddy. Second, sir, the farmers are being provided the instead of groundwater, the water through the canals, so that the groundwater can be reduced, uses can be reduced.
How it is connected with the farm law? You also mentioned about the misinformation regarding the law. What
Yes.
was that?
So the misinformation was that the basic agenda or the aim of the farm laws was to end the APMC system or the MSP system. I think that was a misinformation, which even though clarified by the central government that it was not aimed at ending the MSP system or the public procurement system.
Okay, you belong to Patiala. It is in Punjab. We consider Punjab Patiala to be a cultural hub also.
Yes.
Tell us about something regarding the Punjab culture in context to Patiala.
So Patiala is termed as a royal city. So the various culture elements which are in Patiala are, first of all, sir, GI tag of Fulkari, which is world famous. Second is the Patiala Salwar and Patiala turban. So it is a pride of Punjabi to have a Patiala Salwar or Patiala turban. Sir.
Is that over? Yes, sir. No, you talked about
MSP. So MSP, the government said we are not doing away with MSP. Did the government say that in so many words?
So as per my limited knowledge, it was clarified that the farm law is not aimed at ending the MSP system or public procurement. Even the government highlighted.
It was not aimed at that, correct. But what is the guarantee for the farmer that MSP will continue?
So although that was the basic demand for farmers, that to make the MSP a statutory law, even currently it is not a statutory enactment to have a public procurement or to offer the MSP. Sir.
Okay. And which foreign dignitary was in India recently?
Sir, President of Russia, the Putin.
What happened during the visit of President Putin? What was the important outcome of that?
So major outcome, first of all, the defense agreements which India signed, where India agreed to discuss the procurement of S-500 and the technology transfer for the advanced aircraft. Second, sir, mobility agreement, where the semi-skilled workforce from India could be employed in Russia. And also, sir, various strategic issues was discussed, such as the Gaza, Ukraine and Russia war peace outcomes, which has been proposed by Trump. So it was discussed.
Who's Trump?
Sir, US President.
Okay, thank you. So you said President Putin and all that, so don't say Trump.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, let's come to the feedback. Now, Railways, you've been ranked number 6 in your CA exam.
Yes.
Obviously an outstanding achievement. You could be asked questions on commerce and accountancy. We didn't ask you questions because we didn't have time. But you could be asked questions. Secondly, a CA obviously can earn in crores. I don't know why you want to leave that and come into the Railway Management Service or IAS where you'll be earning in lakhs. Okay, these questions can come. Please be prepared. Railways, you should have much better knowledge. You didn't actually logically approach the problem. You said, yeah, they said something, Vivek Debroy did this, and then finally, they've all gone back to the original almost. I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
Yes, sir.
Again, the budget. Why the railway budget was merged? You had no, good explanation for it. Capital expenditure will go up, agreed. But what is the main reason?
Yes, sir.
See, the government of India then looks at the budget as one document.
Yes, sir.
The railway budget, the railway minister has his own point of view. The union budget, the finance minister has his or her point of view. So then it's not one head looking at or one mind looking at the budget. Okay, so right. Now you should comb your hair much.
Definitely, sir. I have to.
Absolutely not acceptable. And generally, I think your explanations were logical. I mean, you picked up during the course of the interview. But what I would suggest is that you should smile once in a way, make the atmosphere a little more relaxed, and not make it keep it tense.
What only the chairman has said, just keep it in mind. You are confident, eye contact is very good, flow is there, energy level is high. But yes, little bit of improvement is required in the content.
Yes, sir.
And giving a focused reply. Sometimes you are beating around the bush and nothing is coming out of it.
Okay,
So if you prolong it, you expose more that you don't know the things. Better to say no if you something you don't know. Better to say, like you said, Panch Paras I don't know. So we can't ask for the questions. But definitely being from Punjab, and IRMS experiment has virtually failed. So just read about.
सर इफ़ यू अलाउ मी आई वांट टू आस्क अ क्वेश्चन अराउंड दिस ओनली सर IRMS का जैसे अभी वो तो है ही कि वो बनाया तो इसलिए था कि सब करेंगे बट उसके बाद फिर से ट्रैफिक अकाउंट्स और पर्सनल ऑफर कर दिया तो वर्चुअली वो कुछ फ़ायदा हुआ नहीं उसका
I think in your batch or maybe the batch previous.
इवन सर फर्स्ट बैच ओनली दे डिड दैट
You went to Goa for ethics program?
नो सर
Yes, sir. Okay. Because the batch came there or Panchgani.
सर 2022 बैच मस्ट बी देयर आवर बैच नॉट
Okay. So what I'm saying is that they made it, but they recruited in one service,
Yes, sir.
and later on they gave option.
Yes, sir.
The traffic, accounts, and personnel.
Yes,
Then
sir.
people went to court or CAT.
Yes, sir.
That when you are recruited in one service, you can't create cadre within cadres.
Yes, sir.
And I think that was but later on they could have rectified it, and finally they have come up with this. So it's a virtually status quo has been restored before pre.
So what should I like? This would be can be a question because even after implementation in the first batch only they bifurcated it. The traffic you can gave the option to even 22 batch that you can choose any 3 service. So virtually it was not as it was planned कि they would work in various services. तो पहले में ही उन्होंने अलग अलग कर दिया तो फायदा ही कुछ हुआ नहीं.
Once you select one service, permanent bifurcation should not be done.
Yes, sir.
The interchangeability was the purpose.
Yes, sir.
That today you are working traffic, tomorrow on account, so the after tomorrow is personal. That flexibility if you want to give, then there is one cadre. Otherwise तो पहले भी थी.
तो फिर सर मुझे मतलब ये एक्सेप्ट करना ही पड़ेगा कि ये दिस वाज द फेलियर.
You can say you made argument, make it more strongly.
Don't use the word failure.
Yes, sir.
You can say the services maybe might have been the experience that these are not interchangeable and these are a little specialized. So old system has been restored. But if they failed and all that, that is not.
Yes, sir. I won't say that. But
Yeah.
So where is the interview?
sir,
It has so you got plenty of time.
Yes.
And how many mocks have you appeared so far?
so it is my third mock only.
Third. So you know the broad pattern of questions which are being asked,
Yes.
either from your DAF or from your subject or from the surveys or from current affairs. So make a list whatever probable questions can be asked.
Yes, sir.
And after the interview, you know ki what you could have said in a better way.
Yes, sir.
So consolidate your thoughts and pen them down. Once you do that, you'll do very well in the interview. And current affairs is required because whatever is only yesterday Raj to give the entire day was spent on that. You may not have heard about it, but it will keep on happening till you go for the interview. You follow them very clearly. So make notes on that. Consolidate your thoughts into writing. Then you will do very well in the interview. You are very good at it. wish you all the best and name the list. Okay, all the best.
आपको ना जो लास्ट वीक का जो भी इनका डेट आएगा एटलीस्ट लास्ट वीक का करंट अफेयर्स काफ़ी अपडेट रखना बिकॉज उसमें काफ़ी मिस हुए हैं क्वेश्चन ना और सर ने जो आपसे क्वेश्चन पूछा था रिगार्डिंग रेलवे सर्विस जो आपने प्रेफरेंस पे उसको काफ़ी नॉट ऑप्टेड ही रखा उसमें बाकी नहीं गया
रेलवे का क्योंकि हो चुका था ना सर, तो वो
अच्छा वो भी है बस और पंजाब जी के देखना है पंजाब जी के लिए करने वाला है काम
हाँ जी सर, वो मैं एक बार देख।
बेसिक क्वेश्चन से स्टार्ट किया था उस पर हो गया ना
हाँ जी सर, मैं
वो देखना है बस बाकी तो ऐसा फीडबैक मिल गया
You started reasonably well. I think you ended fairly well. I mean, I would say that you ended quite well. I mean, answers on MSP and current events about Putin. I mean, not bad. Now, compared to, at least you're keeping abreast with what's happening.
Yes sir, I would read more.
Okay, please do that. And lastly, you see, the basic point is there should be a natural flow and it should be logical. It's easy to say that, I know, but that sharpness is important. See, one answer can make all the difference in an interview. Jallianwala Bagh, if you had mentioned it the first time, it would have given a different impression.
Yes.
I had to ask you a second time and then only you mentioned it.
Yes sir.
Right, so that sharpness is important. So agility, sharpness of mind, presence of mind, that's very important. So try to hone up your skills a little more. So उस दिन मतलब you should be really on dot.